Hello you guys, welcome again to Blue Chelsea TV, hope you are having a wonderful day. Today we are going to look at the latest surrounding Chelsea race against time to balance the books in a week's time, not to find themselves on the wrong side with the FFP rules, which may see Chelsea penalized by the footballing body UEFA. Chelsea will be more focused on sales than buying, at least for the next 1 week, before they finally get back to bolstering their squad, given a number of big names are leaving the West London side for a new challenge. We will also look at Mason Mount's contract situation, with Manchester set to make their final bid to the stubborn Chelsea side. We will complete things with news on Caicedo, and plans of Manchester United plans to hijack the Brighton midfielder. First things first, if you are new to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to help out this channel's growth process. Turn on the bell not to miss latest updates from this channel, share, and give me 100 likes for this video. Before wasting any more time, let's get into it. On our first story, according to reports, fresh bid is expected for Chelsea's Mason Mount. Manchester United are preparing to up their offer for midfielder Mason Mount after Chelsea rejected first 2 bids. It's thought the Blues want close to £65 million. United are also monitoring Declan Rice's situation. The West Ham captain is being pursued by Arsenal. Manchester United are expected to go in with an improved offer for Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount. They have had 2 bids rejected, the latest worth £50 million including add-ons. It's thought Chelsea want closer to £65 million, but United have a limit which they will not go beyond. United retain an interest in West Ham United captain Declan Rice, and there have been discussions internally about how possible it would be to sanction a deal. Due to financial fair play rules, it's unlikely United could spend a huge portion of their budget on one player, especially as they have other areas they want to strengthen. For that reason, they are looking at a number of other options in midfield. Potential sales of players would, however, increase their spending power. Erik ten Hag first bumped into Mount when he was Ajax head coach. On loan at Vitesse Arnhem, the 18-year-old's free kick led to his side's 3rd goal as they beat Ajax 3-2 in March 2018. Ten Hag, then in charge of just his 8th game at Ajax, reportedly tried to sign Mount for the Dutch club on loan from Chelsea the following season. 14 goals and 10 assists in his first full campaign of senior football, largely from central midfield, had caught Ten Hag's attention. The likelihood of Mount staying at Stamford Bridge is remote, with the midfielder unwilling to sign a new deal. Chelsea know this is the time to cash in on a player who has just 1 year left on his contract. Manchester United are expected to go in with a 3rd bid for Mason Mount because they are keen on the player. But they are also monitoring other midfielders, so it doesn't mean Mount is the only midfielder United are interested in. Chelsea want around £65 million for a player who has come through their academy and the setup there. He looked at one stage to be the future at Stamford Bridge, so you can understand why United want him. At the minute though, it's a case of Chelsea holding off until they get the amount they want. But you would expect Mount to be a Manchester United player by the end of the window. If we had this conversation a year ago, I think Mason Mount would have probably said he would want to spend the rest of his career at Chelsea, but his contract talks simply haven't gone the way Mount and his camp would have hoped. He wants to be paid a similar amount to the highest earners at Chelsea, considering what he's already done at the club, but that's not been the case, and Chelsea's offer is very different from what Mount is after. Mount is now ready for another challenge, and I think this could be a match made in heaven when you look at what Manchester United have been lacking this season. When they were missing Caicedo through suspension and lost Christian Eriksen through injury, they really suffered. Mount has similar qualities to Eriksen but offers more legs in midfield, both going forward and defensively. Let's switch gears to our next story. Mauricio Pochettino has helped the Blues acquire nearly £130 million in funds, and his next summer jobs involve both Mason Mount and Moises Caicedo. Mauricio Pochettino's next 2 Chelsea jobs in the summer transfer window are very clear after sanctioning 5 exits. Following N'Golo Kante's departure on a free transfer to Al Ittihad, Hakim Ziyech, Kalidou Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy are all set to join him in Saudi Arabia, while Premier League moves for Kai Havertz and Mateo Kovacic are all but confirmed. Arsenal are set to acquire Havertz's services in a £65 million deal, with the German expected to be Mikel Arteta's Granit Xhaka replacement. Kovacic, meanwhile, is joining Manchester City and is likely considered as Ilkay Gundogan's replacement as he prepares to join Barcelona once his contract expires at the end of June. The finishing touches being done on those outgoings are happening at the moment, and now Chelsea can focus on their next set of priorities in the summer window. Although 5 exits for fees have been all but confirmed, which will see the Blues generate up to £130 million, another marquee departure is next on the list. Manchester United have sent 2 formal bids to sign Mason Mount and are currently preparing another, with Chelsea helping seal his exit as Pochettino's immediate priority. According to a new report from The Times, Man United are set to bid in excess of £55 million, and if that offer is rejected, Erik ten Hag is prepared to walk away from the deal. Bidding to sign Moises Caicedo is also high up on Pochettino's summer wish list, and an £80 million proposal will be sent soon. However, according to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano, the Blues are first focusing on sealing Mount's exit before any formal approach is sent to Brighton for the services of Caicedo. Balancing the books needs to happen in the coming week for Chelsea to fit an FFP deadline, which may explain why they are intent on Mount departing before bidding for Caicedo. But, delaying an official offer could be detrimental if Arsenal lose the Declan Rice battle to Manchester City, or if no agreement can be found for Mount to join Man United. The Red Devils appear to have grown frustrated by Chelsea's continued high valuation of Mount, and The Guardian have reported that Ten Hag could switch his focus away from Mount and onto Caicedo. That happening could potentially be a double blow to Chelsea, as they could see their main summer target snatched away, with Mount remaining at the club and running down his contract, which would allow him to leave for free in the summer of 2024. Still on the FFP matter, Chelsea only have 1 week to fit on the rules. So a delayed deal for Caicedo is a risk Chelsea will have to take to be on a safer side, and this could give Manchester United an upper hand to either pressure Chelsea for Mount at a lower fee, or hijack Moises Caicedo deal from Chelsea, when they are still struggling to balance the books. Todd Boehly is absolutely desperate for Chelsea to complete the signing of Moises Caicedo this summer. The player is keen on a move to Stamford Bridge, with personal terms not expected to be an issue. The Blues are really keen on signing Caicedo in order to form a truly sensational midfield partnership at Stamford Bridge. Last January, the club smashed their transfer record in order to sign Enzo Fernandez from Benfica on deadline day. Despite the large fee, the fact no one has considered discussing it as an overpayment is enough to suggest just how good he has been since joining. However, those at the club are aware that they can get more out of the World Cup winner by bringing in the perfect partner to sit alongside him. After their interest in Manuel Ugarte was gazumped by PSG, they focused their attention on the Brighton man who recently helped fire his side into European football for the very first time. The deal will certainly not be cheap for the Blues to carry out, with a fee of £80 million mentioned in the report. However, they may be looking over their shoulders now at the situation at Arsenal right now, with their deal for Declan Rice hanging in the balance. The previous Chelsea target has now attracted the interest of treble winners Manchester City, leaving him a massive decision to make ahead of next season. Chelsea should now be encouraged to wrap up the deal for Caicedo as soon as possible. Despite the future looking brighter under Mauricio Pochettino, the project at Arsenal and the offer to play Champions League football is a massive opportunity right now. That's all we had time for in this video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you love the content, share, turn on the notification bell icon to get all the latest updates. With that said, see you in a while with another video.